Good morning, let's do my makeup and do a little IVF update. I had my first intake appointment. I've talked about this before briefly, but my issue with getting pregnant is that my AMH is really high. From what my doctor has told me, your AMH kind of tells you about your egg reserve. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I have a really big egg reserve, but because of that, my body doesn't know which follicle to mature to ovulate. I really don't know if it's always been this way because, as you guys know, I got pregnant with my daughter and I've always had really normal periods up until when I got married, which is so weird. The month that I got married is when my period started being really inconsistent. I tracked ovulation, honestly, since we got married, and it would show a peak on my strips and then a few days later it would show another peak. And that's because my body was trying so hard to mature a follicle to ovulate, but it just couldn't. I had a lot of testing done, and that's when I figured out that my AMH was high. My thyroid was a little bit abnormal, but of course within the normal range for a regular doctor, and so they didn't really look at that much. We decided to try Clomid. I did that for 3 cycles. The first cycle I didn't ovulate. The second cycle I did ovulate, as well as the third, but I started getting ocular migraines. If you don't know what those are, it's when you lose your vision and you get a really bad headache. For me, I not only lose my vision, but I also have half of my body go numb, my tongue goes numb. I have really bad slurred speech. And I know that those are signs of a stroke, but I have had these on and off since I graduated high school. And so I know that I'm not having a stroke. My husband and I decided that we wouldn't move forward with the 4th round of Clomid. I also don't know why I've been saying Clomid. We did Femara, but they're all kind of the same thing. So we didn't continue with the 4th round, but sadly I still did get an ocular migraine. It's always on day 7 or 8 of my cycle, right after my period ends. I think it's just the hormone shifts. Hopefully my body can regulate it. I'm on day 5 of my cycle right now, so if I were to get a migraine this cycle, it would happen in a few days. But I'm just really hoping that that will not be the case. So I decided to go to a hormone specialist, and that's when I did more in-depth testing on my thyroid. I'm so happy that I did because my thyroid did come back normal for the regular doctor, but it's not in good range for fertility. I got on some thyroid medication. We chose the more natural route. I have noticed such a difference. My energy levels, my mood, I feel like getting up in the morning. The hormone doctor did say that this should help with fertility, but we are going to continue moving forward with IVF because it does take a significant amount of time. If we get pregnant before that, great. If not, then we also have that. I've been making a lot of lifestyle changes along with the medication, and I feel like that's helped a lot. So I can talk to you guys about that if you want. Once we do the egg retrieval, I'm going to skip a cycle before we do the transfer because I have such a high AMH. I'm at really high risk for OHSS. That's ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, and that can just cause a lot of pain and a lot of issues. But I will keep you guys updated with that, and I love you, and thanks for watching.